Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with a new series called Samhita Short Series, in which we are going to cover all the chapters of Snehadhyaya according to the ncism syllabus. So today we are going to start with Snehadhyaya. We are going to cover all the points of this chapter, all the important questions and important shlokas which has to be by hearted. So first is important questions. You can see these are the important questions which can be asked for 5 marks and also can be asked for the 10 marks. So I have combined the topics, like for here in the third question you can see explain Snehapana Kala and Anupana. These are the two small topics which can be combined and asked for 5 marks and can also be asked for 10 marks. So I have not mentioned the marks. Based on the marks you have to write there. We will just see the content now. Next is important shlokas. Important questions we will see one by one later on. Now important shlokas which has to be by hearted. In the last point of your syllabus copy of each chapter they have given which are the shlokas which has to be by hearted. So first is Chaturvida Sneha. First shloka says about the Chaturvida Sneha. Which are the Chaturvida Sneha? That is Taila, Ghrita, Vasa and Majja. And next it is about the properties of each of the Sneha. So you have to by heart it. First shloka is very important. This one. So you have to by heart it. And if you feel very hard to by heart the shlokas, you may leave these 4 shlokas, but it is very important. Try to do it. You have very plenty of time, so try to do all these shlokas. Next is Charaka Sutra, that is about the 22nd shloka, that is about the Anupana of each of the Sneha, that is for which Sneha, which Anupana should be taken. So these explanations we will see later on. You just by heart these shlokas. Charaka Sutra 57 to 59, that is Snehana Lakshana. The first shloka is Asnigdha Lakshana, that is Purisha Gratitam Ruksham Vayurapraguno Mruduhu. This is about the Asnigdha Lakshana. Next shloka is about the Snigdha, Samyak Snigdha Lakshana. And the next shloka is Ati Snigdha Lakshana. You can remember it and you can just by heart these 3 shlokas also. These are also given in your syllabus. This has to be by hearted. So now let's move to the important questions. One by one we are going to discuss it. So first question is enlist Sneha Yoni and explain Chaturvida Sneha. So Sneha Yonis are, there are 2 Sneha Yonis, Sthavara and Jangama. That is among the Chaturvida Sneha you can see Ghrita, Vasa and Majja are coming under the Jangama and Taila is under the Sthavara. So from the Sthavara Yoni we are going to get the Taila, that is from Tila, Priyala, Eranda, Sarshapa, Abhaya, Vibhitaka. Abhaya is here Haritaki. So Haritaki and Vibhitaki you can remember. Atasi, Kusumba. You can easily remember these Tila, Sarshapa, Eranda, Haritaki, Vibhitaki and all. Other you try to remember. Next is Jangama. In Jangama, what are the sources? They are Ghrita, Vasa, Majja, Dadhi, Kshira are the sources. From where we are getting it? From the Matsya, Mriga and Pakshi we are going to get. So these are the Sneha Yoni. In this you have to add a point, that is among the Taila, Tila Taila is best for Balavardhana and Snehana. For 2 things Tila Taila is best, that is for Balavardhana and Snehana. And Eranda Taila is best for Virechana. We all know it. Eranda Taila causes Virechana. So Eranda Taila is best for Virechana. And next question here is explain Chaturvida Sneha. Explain Chaturvida Sneha. What are the Chaturvida Sneha? You have to write the names. That is Ghrita, Taila, Vasa and Majja. So these are the 4 Snehas. For this you have to write this shloka. Okay, Sarpis Tailam Vasa Majja Sarva Snehottama Mataha Eshu Sarvottamam Sarpihi. So you have seen this. These are the 4 snehas, sarpi, taila, vasa and majja. Sarva snehotama, these are best for among the all the sneha, these four are best. And eshu chaivottamam sarpihi, among them also uttama is sarpi because it is having the property of samskarasyanu vartanat. So what is samskarasyanu vartanat? We will see that. So first in this you are going to write these four names. In that among that you have to write each guna of the sneha. You are going to you have seen it here and hope you will by heart it. That is Ghritam Pitta Nilaharam Rasa Shukrojasamhitam Nirvapanam Rudukaram Swara Varna Prasadanam. This you are going to write for Ghrita. And the next one Marutagnam Nachashleshma Vardhanam Balavardhanam Tvachamushnam Sthirakaram Tailam Yoni Vishodhanam. This you will write for Taila. So again Vidha Bhagnahata Bhrashtayoni Karna Shiroruji Paurushopachaye Snehe Vyayame Cheshyate Vasa. This you will write for Vasa. And Bala Shukra Rasashleshma Medo Majja Vivardhanaha Majja Visheshato Asnamcha Balagrat Snehane Hitaha. This you will write for Majja. Okay. These shlokas you will write for each of the sneha and then you have to mention in which rutu which sneha is indicated. That is in Sharad Rutu you are going to give the Ghrita and in Pravrit Rutu, that is beginning of the Varsha Rutu explained by the Sushruta. So in that case you are going to in that Rutu you are going to give the Taila. And in Vaishakha Masa, Vaishakha Masa is coming under which Rutu? That is in the Vasanta Rutu. So in that case you are going to give Vasa and Majja. Both Vasa and Majja are given in Vaishakha Masa. So you can easily remember it because Sharad Rutu in which Pitta Prakopa will happen. So Ghrita is best for Pitta. And in Pravrit Rutu that is in Varsha there will be Vata Prakopa. So you are going Taila is best for that. And Vasa and Majja you are going to give it in the Vasanta Rutu where the Kapha Prakopa will be happening. So by this way you can easily remember in which Rutu which Sneha is indicated. So this is the shloka. If you want to do you can also by heart this shloka. That is Sarpi Sharadi Patavyam Vasa Majja Cha Madhave. Madhava means the Vaishaka. Okay, Tailam Pravrushi Natyushna Shite Sneham Pibenaraha. So here Natyushna Shite Sneham Pibenaraha, which means in Ati Ushna Kala or in Ati Shita Kala, Sneha should not be taken. So if there is very hot season or very cold season, you should not be taking any Sneha. Snehapana should not be done. So explain why Ghrita is best. So you have to explain why Ghrita is best. That is because of the property that is Samskarasyanu Vartanat. We have seen here that is Samskarasyanu Vartanat. What is Samskarasyanu Vartanat is when the Ghrita is with any dravya, like for example you are taking the chitraka. So samskara of Ghrita is done by the chitraka. Then chitraka is ushna in nature and Ghrita is shita in nature. So it will retain its property, that is its shita property also will be retained and also it will take the ushna property of the chitraka without cancelling the each other's property. So both property will be obtained when you are giving the formulation. So it is the specific property we are getting in the Ghrita itself and in no other Sneha we can see this property. So this is this makes the Ghrita very best and very different from other snehas. So now we are moving to the next point, that is explain Snehapana Kala and Anupana. So first is Snehapana Kala. This shloka also you have to do. So any person who can do the shlokas well, you should do this shloka also. In which kala you are going to see the give the which sneha, that is Vata Pittadiko Ratra Ushnau Chapi Pibennaraha Shleshmadhike Divashite Pibet Chamala Bhaskare. In Ratri you are going to give sneha in the condition where Vata Pitta Adhikata is there and if there is Ushna Kala. In these two conditions you are going to give the snehana in the Ratri. Why? Because in Vata Pitta Adhikata there is Ushnata will be more, and in Ushnakala obviously there is Ushnata is more. So in this condition, if you are giving the Sneha in the morning, there will be Ushnata more. In the morning there is more Ushnata. So that will, they have already said in more Ushnata you should not give Snehapana. So that contraindication will happen. So in the Ratri you have to give the Snehana. And if there is these two conditions are there, and still you are giving the Snehana at the morning time itself, then Murcha, Unmada, Pipasa and Kamala, these are the four Vyadhis which will happen if you are giving the Snehana in the Vata Pitta condition and Ushnakala condition. In the morning only if you are giving, these are the Vyadhis which will happen. And if there is Kafadhikata, okay, if there is Kafaja Vyadhi, if there is Sheetakala, so which guna is more? That is Shita guna is more. So in that condition you have to give in Diva, because in the Diva means morning. So in the morning there is Ushnakala, so they will compensate each other's guna. So there is no more Ushnata or no more Shitata. So in these are the Kala which are indicated. So in this also, again in this condition, if you are giving it in the night, then there will be Murcha, Anaha, Shula and Pandu. These Vyadhi will happen. So if a Snehapana Kala is asked, you have to mention the condition in which Ratri or Diva Snehapana should be done, and also you have to mention the Vyadhis which will happen. Now we are going to see the Anupana. This shloka is mentioned in your syllabus copy, so you are however going to by heart this shloka. So for Grita, Ushna Jala is the Anupana. For Taila, Yusha is the Anupana. For Vasa, Manda is the Anupana, and Majja also same. Manda is the Anupana. In the previous slide where we have seen the in which Rutu we have to give the which Sneha, in that also Vasa and Majja were having the similar Rutu. Which was the Rutu which was in which Vasa and Majja are indicated? That is in the Vasanta, that is Vaishakha Masa. So Manda is the Anupana, same for Vasa and Majja. For Taila it is Yusha, and for Grita it is Ushnajala. You can remember it. Now in general for all the Sneha, Ushnajala is the best Anupana. When these specific Anupanas are not available or these are not indicated to that person or particular condition, then you can go for the Ushnajala to that Sneha. Any Sneha you can give Ushnajala. Next question is, explain Sneha Pravicharana. So in this question you have to mention there are 24 Sneha Pravicharana. You have to enlist them. This also shloka you have to by heart, otherwise you will not remember the 24 names. So you have to by heart this shloka. Odanascha Vilepischa Raso Mamsam Payodadi. Like this you have to by heart this, and you have to write Odana, Vilepi, Raso, Rasa, like that. In that this explanation should be written, like for Yavagu, what is Yavagu, what is Odana and all. But for now you just skip this explanation, because you are going to study the same thing in the Rasa Shastra. Pathya Kalpana you will study how to do the Odana, how to do Yavagu, Vilepi, Mamsa Rasa, etc. So almost all of this will be covered. Only 2-3 will be remaining, and that can be revised later on. So you can just leave the explanation of it, just by heart this shloka and remember the 24 names. Next Pravicharana is, that is according to one topic, and again they have mentioned 63 Pravicharana, that is according to the Rasa they have mentioned. So in the Ashtanga 10th chapter in the first year we have studied what are the 63 combinations of the Rasa. So based on the combinations of the rasa, there are 63 pravicharana. So for example, we are preparing the Mahatikta Grita. Mahatikta Grita is having Tikta rasa. So it is a pravicharana which is Tikta in nature, Tikta pravicharana. Like that, if we are going to prepare Drakshadi Grita. So Drakshadi Grita is Madhura rasa pradhanam. So Madhura pravicharana, that is. Like that, there will be 63 pravicharana based on the rasa. Okay. that is about the Sneha Pravicharana. This can be asked for 5 marks. It will not be asked for 10 marks. So you can just write the some simple two to 1 or 2 line explanation for each of that, and that will fill your pages. And explain, next question is explain Sneha Prakarsha Kala and Sneha Matra. You have to by heart the small shloka, that is Snehasya Prakarshavtu Saptaratra Triratrakau. So Sneha Prakarsha Kala is 3 to 7 days. So either you have to give 3 days or maximum is 7 days, or between that. You cannot give less than 3 days or more than 7 days. So it should be done till the Samyak Snehana Lakshana are obtained. So what are the Samyak Snehana Lakshana? That is Deepta Agni will be there, the Avayava or the skin of the person will be having Snigdhata, like that. There is Samyak Snigdha Lakshana, that shloka you have done, I mean you are going to do that. So let's just see that. So that is Vatanulomyam Deeptognir Varcha Snigdham Asamhatam Mardavam Snigdhatachange Snigdhanam Upajayate. That is Vatanulomana, Deepta Agni, Snigdha Varcha, Asamhata Varcha, Mardava, Snigdhata of the Angavayava. That is skin and all will be Snigdha. So these are the Samyak Snigdha Lakshana. So until these Lakshanas are obtained, you are going to give the Snehana. Okay, next one is Snehana should not be done beyond 7 days because it becomes Satmya to the person. Okay, here in the commentary of Chakrapani Datta, he has given Satmi Bhavet Saptadinat Paramtu. So after 7 days, the Sneha will become Satmya to the person. So it should not be given beyond 7 days. Next is how it will affect the person. That is, for Mrudu Koshta person, you can just give for 3 days. The person is Mrudu, the person has Mrudu Koshta, he will just get Snehana in 3 days. And if the person is Madhya Koshta, he will take 4 to 6 days. And if the person has Krura Koshta, then he'll take 7 days to obtain the Snehana. So these many days you have to give the Snehana to the person. Now the next sub question in this is Sneha Matra. The Sneha Matras are, what are the Sneha Matras? There are mainly 3 Sneha Matras, that is Hriswa Matra, Madhyama Matra and Uttama Matra. So what is Hriswa Matra? What is Hriswa Matra is it takes 2 yama to digest. What is 1 yama? It is 3 hours. So it will take only 6 hours to digest. What is Madhyama Matra? Madhyama Matra will take Ardha Dina or 12 hours. So it will take 12 hours to digest. And Uttama Matra is 1 Dina, that is whole Ahoratra. It will take 24 hours. Purna Dina it will take. So in which conditions these matras are explained? One condition for Riswa Matra is Mandagni. You just remember, in Mandagni, Riswa Matra is explained. Why? Riswa Matra is very less Matra. Why it is explained is, in Mandagni, the person will not be able to digest more Sneha. So, in Mandagni, you are going to give Riswa Matra. Just remember that due to Mandagni, there will be Jwara, and Atisara also caused due to Mandagni itself. So you can remember these conditions: Mandagni, Jwara, Atisara. And if the person has Mandagni, the person will have Avara Bala, that is, Bala of the person will be decreased. So in these conditions, you are going to give Riswa Matra, that is very less Matra. And also in case of Bala and Vriddha, you will give Riswa Matra. Why? Because the person, after taking the Sneha, till the Sneha gets digested, person will not be allowed to take any other food. So the Bala and Vriddha cannot withstand their hunger. So you have to give Riswa Matra in these conditions. Next, first we will see Uttama Matra of the Sneha, in which person it is indicated. First is Prabhuta Sneha Nitya. That is the person who is taking very more amount of the Sneha. because he is already sneha satmya and you are giving very less amount, the person will not get snehana. So prabhuta snehanitya, who is taking good amount of sneha every day, should be given uttama matra sneha. And person who has uttama bala and kshut pipasa saha, that is who can withstand the hunger and thirst, because in uttama matra the person will have to withstand his hunger and thirst for 24 hours, because it takes 24 hours to digest. So in a person who can withstand hunger and pipasa, the uttama matra is indicated. Now we will see which are the vyadhi: gulma, mutrakritra, vibandha, sarpadamshra and visarpa. In these conditions also uttama matra is indicated. Next is madhyama matra. Madhyama matra is madhyama bala. You can remember avara bala, that is less bala, is risva matra, less matra. Madhyama bala, madhyama matra. Uttama bala, uttama matra. These 3 points you can remember. Next, vyadhi are prameha, kushtha and vatarakta. All these 3 vyadhi are due to atisampurana, which will happen in the sedentary lifestyle. Okay, these 3 vyadhis you can remember: prameha, kushtha and vatarakta. So in this way you can remember all these points. And next, very important here is kushtha. In case of kushtha we are going to give the madhyama matra, and in case of the visarpa you are going to give the uttama matra. This is a small difference you have to remember, which can be asked in the MCQs. Okay, next, these 3 are the important matras. There is also mention of another matra that is called as risiyasi matra, that is very less amount which gets digested in less than 6 hours. So you just have to mention this point in the question. So these are the points which are explained in your syllabus copy among under the Snehadhyaya. So we will see which are the points we have covered. So Sneha yonis we have covered. Let's just quickly revise it. Which are the 2 Sneha yonis? Sthavara and Jangama. In Sthavara we have seen Taila, and from which they are obtained, that is from Haritaki, Vibhitaki, Sarshapa, Tila, Eranda, etc. we have seen. Next, in the Jangama it is Matsya, Mriga, Pakshi. By that we are going to give Majja, Vasa, Grita, Dadhi, Kshira, etc. Okay. Next point is Chaturvida Sneha we have seen. They are Sarpi, Taila, Vasa, Majja. And their qualities we have seen, each of their qualities. Next is Sneha Prakash, Sneha Kala, sorry, that is Vata Pittadika Ratrau. That one we have seen. There are 2 kalas, that is Ratri and Diva. And its Anupanas also we have seen, that is for Grita, it is Ushna Jala, Taila, it is Yusha, and for Vasa and Majja it is Manda. That also we have seen. And next is Pravicharana Sneha, 24 Pravicaranas and 63 Pravicaranas we have seen. Next is Achapaya, which is a small topic which will not be asked for any 10 mark or 5 mark. So Achapaya is simply the Sneha which is not mixed with Odana, or which is not a pravicharana. In pravicharana there is mainly some other ingredients like odana, that is rice, or any vegetables like that. In achapaya only sneha will be there, and that will lead to immediate snehana of the person. Next is sneha matra. Sneha matra also we have seen. There are 3 mainly 3 matras: Risva matra, Madhyama matra and Uttama matra. There is also a 4th matra called Rasiyasi matra. These points, 6 points we have covered. So other 6 points are remaining, which we will be covering in the next video. As this is a very big chapter, we will cover that in the next video, because you will get bored if we are going to see all the points in this chapter itself. So thank you for watching. Just subscribe for the next video. We will see all the other chapters like in the similar manner, and we will cover all the Samhita chapters before your exams. Thank you.